Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back again in my YouTube channel, Joan Sagala in the Bodybuilding Podcast. So today, I wanted to talking and little bit discussion with all of you guys, and hopefully this is can be motivate you and could be adding your knowledge and information if you have the passion and love in the bodybuilding and you want to be the best of the best bodybuilder. And hopefully this video could be mindful and could be adding your knowledge and information and can achieve what your goals in bodybuilding especially. Okay, we gonna talking and looking back what the journey, the story of the Brad Wilkin first beginning he worked with Matt Jansen. Okay, we gonna see what the Matt Jansen planning for Brad Wilkin to be one of the best bodybuilder right now, younger upcoming bodybuilder. And we all know the Brad Wilkin, the younger coming up bodybuilder, I think one of the next big things who have the potentially to be the next Mr. Olympia and to be the next one of the best bodybuilder. So we're gonna looking what the journey, what the plan, and how they doing and how they work together. So before we go jump up into it, please click the bell button, subscribe, and let's go what we can learning from this one.
Was that still with no coach, or did you hook up with the coach by then?
So after I went pro going into that fall, so when I was out here, that's when I started I wanted to take that next step, and I was like, you know what, it's time for a coach. Being a pro, you always want those other eyes on you. Like I can always learn more. So that's when I ran into Matt Jansen in July, late July of that year out at USA. So I think he was actually competing.
He said in the Dennis James podcast, the Menace podcast, he worked with Matt Jansen maybe earlier or start from the July. I don't know what the years is, maybe 2019 and 2018, maybe 2019. And before that, okay, before he worked with Matt Jansen, he don't work with anybody. Okay, so he basically worked with himself, and he could be able to make it himself to get the pro. Okay, to get the pro, he compete at the 212 from the beginning, not open, but yeah, he was in the open right now. But we back to the story, and he start from 212 and classic physique. After that, in the earlier of July, he met with Matt Jansen and he worked with Matt Jansen. So that's the interesting story, right?
I met him at the gym, talked to him. I think he was even with Dallas and Michaela, and it was cool, running into that crew and meeting everybody in person. And we kind of just hit it off, man. I just talked to him a little bit, and I was like, hey, I'm not gonna bother you much, but I'd like to talk to you when you're done with your shows and stuff. And we touched base that fall, and I was like, I want to proceed with you. And then that's when I started working with Matt. With that is, I will say, that's pretty much when everything really took off.
Maybe before he worked with Matt, okay, work with Matt Jansen, I think he was already met with Dallas Mercover before, okay, Dallas Mercover and Michaela, I think, yeah, the name is. And I don't know who is the name is, but Dallas Mercover, okay, Dallas is one of the client of the athlete of Matt Jansen, of course, back in the day, right? Before Nick Walker, of course, and before Justin Shear right now, who the recently athlete and get coached by Matt Jansen.
He saw that. He's like, man, you don't train like a classic guy. You don't hold yourself back. 'cause that's my thing, man. I'm all about, I'm about the process. I'm about the hard-nosed training, the intensity. And so I've never restricted myself. And I told him, I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hold myself to a category. I love bodybuilding, and I want to see what I can do with this, And as you've seen, as I continue to get bigger, I've only looked better. So, that's not everybody's case, but for me it was.
When Matt Jansen see how the way Brad Wilkin work out is, he said, man, you working out not like a classic guy, not like a majority people, okay, that means, okay, not like a majority classic guy, training hold back, pull back the weight, and decreasing the weight, but you still keep going, train heavy. That's the point, okay? That's the meaning, okay? And that's why Matt Jansen gets shocked. That's why maybe Matt Jansen thinking, this guy is have the potential, okay? This guy is really the next big things. He could be compete at men's open because he really training hard, and he was bigger right now, okay? Because he was eating more, of course, okay? He was training hard and eating more, and yeah, he took it whatever he need to it, okay? So that's why maybe Matt Jansen look at the Brad Wilkin is the people, the competitor who have the big potential.
I got up to like 242, in that first off season, and then like we got to that point I was 242 and I was like pretty relatively lean, and I'm like, there is no way I can make classic. I think my classic cutoff was 200 pounds, and I was 242. I'm like, we would just be eating muscle. And so we decided, we were going to start prep to do a 212 show that year, or do two in a row. It was Puerto Rico, and then we went straight to Toronto after that.
He bulked up until he sit down at 242 pounds, and he thinks, do he can compete at the classic? So he trying to compete at the 212 and cut his weight until 212. In the 242, he said like he's still lean. He still looks good. That means I think he have gaining so much tissue, okay, muscle tissue, and yeah, he already have it before, and yeah, he's cut down. After he's doing the competition at the 212, he's bulk up again and he adding more weight. What happened when Brad Wilkin adding more weight? Do he really succeed of his bulking or not? So let's continue this.
So we, did that prep. Going down, what I noticed though, even like getting down there, like right when I was like, I stalled out at like 225. I looked my best, looking back at pictures and everything. We have a picture of the gym here. I looked my best at like 225, and then anything else after that, I just started eating away muscle. So just that initial, coming out here, buying in, getting mad, like I put on a lot of muscle quickly that like I couldn't even like to get back down to the weight limits, even the 212 weight limit. It was just eating away muscle, and it wasn't a great look. It was a good look. It wasn't a great look.
To be honest, I don't understand what the means of he's eating the way muscle. I don't know. He's eating muscle? To be honest, guys, I don't understand this. Maybe he means he built muscle, okay? I don't understand what the means of eating the way muscle.
And then, he was the judge's feedback, and he agreed with me. He's like, you know what? I think that'd be your best option. So then that's when I decided to do something that not many people are willing to do, and that's, go into a 2-year off period, just train, eat.
Oh, so you took 2 years off before the Chicago Pro.
Yeah, so I competed in 2019 in June, and that was the 212 category, and I didn't compete again until July of 2021.
Yeah, that means Matt Jansen have the option. Okay, Matt Jansen suggests Brad Wilkin, hey, maybe you will be better if you took the 2 years off and don't compete at all, and yeah, we're gonna jump up and doing the open class. And yeah, he take it the 2 years off from the 2019, yeah, when he compete at the 212 until July 2021, and he able only 2 years from 212 can jump up to the open class, to the open bodybuilder. That's amazing, right? That's really amazing. And he worked with Matt Jansen. You can see the last he's doing the show in the Chicago Pro, I think for the qualify Mr. Olympia, okay, this weekend, and he's doing the Chicago Pro. He took second, and Hunter Labrada have the winning the show. Yeah, it's amazing. You can see how much he can improve. He really built so much muscle. Good job. Really proud of the Brad Wilkin, and also good work with Matt Jansen. Okay, good job with Matt Jansen and Brad Wilkin.
That's why the first time I saw you. And,
yes.
And I got to tell you, and I don't know if you saw my commentary or heard what I said, that you absolutely stood out on that stage. Like, I would not have an issue with them giving you the win in Chicago.
I'm not trying to put down Brad Wilkin, right? I'm not trying to put down Brad Wilkin. I think he's good. I think he's one of the best right now, one of the younger coming up bodybuilder who have the next big things, big potential for be the best bodybuilder. But when I heard Dennis James said this, DJ, I think it's not from his bottom heart. Okay, he's not from his bottom heart. I think he love to kicking ass, kiss ass. I think he said different to person by the person. Well, I'm not trying to put down Brett Wilkin, right? I think he's good. He's the back potentially, but always doing this, always said this, the same thing with all of the competitors, with Regan Grimes, Sean Clarida, and all of the competitors, like Derek Lansford, Robert Rims. I watch all of the Dennis Jam podcast. Come on. I think he not really said this from his bottom of his heart. Okay, come on, guys. I think, yeah. Okay, the topic is not there. Okay, I don't have any issue with DJ. I don't wanna have the problem with Dennis James with DJ. But yeah, happy. I'm still happy for you, DJ. And Brett Wilkin also. And good job for Brett Wilkin and Matt Jansen. Good job.
And I think you ended up what, fourth?
At Chicago?
Yeah.
I got second.
Oh gosh. Shit. Why did I think you got fourth?
That's what I think about DJ, guys. That's what I think about Dennis James. But overall, it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. I don't want to say anything. Okay, but it's funny. Okay, guys, that's my video about what we can learning, and hopefully you can learning, and this video can motivate you from the journey of the Brett Wilkin. He worked with Matt Jansen, and hopefully this video can build your spirit. Okay, build your potential for if you want to be the best, one of the best bodybuilder, and have the best career. Okay, we hope so. Best career and best competition bodybuilder in bodybuilding world. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you love this video and content, and if you find this video really helpful and so much value, please click the bell button, subscribe. I'm gonna happy and would love to sharing more and more, and tell to all of you guys what we can learning from the bodybuilding, what the news, what recently happened, and we're gonna talking and discussion together. I would love to talking and discussion together with all of you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you watch this video until the end, I'm your host Joan Sagala signing out. May God bless you all. Thank you, guys.